The all-new Kia Sportage is here, and now it's in its 5th generation. And it's a very distant cousin to Ireland's best-selling car, the Hyundai Tucson. So should you care about this new latest 5th generation? Well, yes, you should, and here's why.
We don't do stress at the AA, we do car insurance. Relax, Yellow and Black have got your back.
Before we go on, we would ask you to like this video, please subscribe to the channel, and of course hit that bell icon to stay notified about all of our latest videos. So first things first, quite a lot has changed with the design of the Sportage. Not a lot has changed from the side silhouette, but at the front things are really different. Kia has this so-called tiger face design, and in particular in the Sportage it's very aggressive, and that seems to be the norm now. With the normal family SUV, it has to look sporty, it has to look aggressive. And in this case, Kia have done a really fine job with this car. It has, of course, those LED lights and this imposing grille, and it just looks like a really, really handsome car overall. As we've said, the silhouette of the Sportage hasn't changed dramatically from the previous model. Obviously, these LED lights move further back. This car is fitted with 18-inch alloy wheels, which you get standard on the K3, which is this version. There's K3, K4, and then GT line. The rear window tapers off a little bit more towards the rear, and it has a slightly more muscular stance overall. But overall, a very handsome car. Luggage space in the Sportage is very generous. It's increased and now starts from 562 litres and can expand out to over 1700 litres with the rear seats folded flat. So what's it like here in the back? Well, it's quite generous here in the back actually. I have that front seat moved forward a slight bit now. I usually have it back the full way, so I've moved it forward a little bit, and I've tons of room here. I actually think I'd manage fine with that front seat pushed back the whole way. There is a interesting storage compartment here which looks like it could hold your mobile phone or a tablet. There's also another set of hooks on either side here which could hold a takeaway or shopping and keep that tidy. There's also USB connections on the back of the door, and also something I haven't seen much of are heated seats in the rear, which are a very nice feature. Up front, the seating position is good. There's good visibility all round. The seats are electrically adjustable for driver as standard, and of course you have height and rake adjustability in the steering wheel as well. So if we start from the right hand side in the cabin, quality of the plasticals here are pretty decent, a little bit scratchy but better than we've seen in some other rivals currently. There is piano black used throughout in this car, which can mark a little bit easily, but it does at least look good. Just remember to bring a microfiber cloth with you wherever you go. Also, your automatic handbrake is here. And on the steering wheel, obviously you have your multi-function steering wheel here, which includes things like lane assist, your voice control, and your various modes. This is a K3 version, so in this you are getting a smaller LCD screen in the center. But if you go for K4 or GT line, you will get that 12.3-inch screen, which is very similar to this, which is the standard 12.3-inch infotainment system, which is a very good system. It's excellent. It's probably one of the better infotainment systems we've seen. It's very rapid, very intuitive, and has lots of cool features, including the ability to do voice memos. Also, there are these virtual buttons here. They can be changed obviously depending on whether you want to use menu systems or the air conditioning system. Anyone who's been in the EV6 will be very familiar with these. Down here you have your heated seats here, heated steering wheel, USB controls, so USB-A, USB-C, and a 12 volt here. This is a 6-speed manual because this is the 115 horsepower diesel. And obviously then you have your camera, parking sensors, and your auto hold and your drive mode, which include eco, normal, and sport, which, as anyone knows, you will probably use for the first week or two and then never touch again. Anyway, this is a nice cabin. Good touches throughout. The quality of these fabrics is very good as well. I really like them. And there are nice touches throughout. It does feel very high-end, and Kia cabins have improved greatly from where they were in the past. In terms of engines for the Sportage, there's no full electric. That's reserved, of course, for the Nero and the EV6. But what you do have is a wide variety of other variants. You have an entry point of 1.6, 115 horsepower diesel. There's also a mild hybrid diesel, which is in the GT line, which is 136 horsepower. There's also a 150 horsepower mild hybrid 1.6 petrol, and also a 230 horsepower full hybrid petrol. There's also a plug-in hybrid petrol model to follow later on. So how is this Sportage from the cabin and from the driving seat? Well, firstly, the quality is really nice, and what's really shocking is this is the K3, this is the entry-level version, and it feels really upmarket. And it's not something you can always say about the entry-level version. Sometimes you get into press vehicles, press demonstrator vehicles, and they're all singing, all dancing one, and you get into an entry version and you're like, oh. And it's really not the case here. The standard kit on the K3 is excellent. Also, this is a 6-speed 1.6 diesel manual, which we don't get to see very often anymore. This is a 115 horsepower 1.6 diesel, and it's fine. You know, those numbers aren't massively impressive in today's language, but it really is quiet, refined. This 1.6 manual is pretty smooth. This car rides really well too. It soaks up bumps well, and definitely Kia have said that they've firmed up the steering wheel and made it a little bit more responsive, and I can definitely feel that it's much more engaging to drive. The last few were a little on the wafty side. So overall, look, Kia should do quite well with this car, and you know, if you like the looks of it, you are going to be pretty happy with the way it drives. You're going to be really happy with the standard equipment, and it has decent space in the front, rear. That luggage space is good. Obviously, you know, Kia haven't always had the best supply with some of their models, and it's probably why they haven't been right up there with Hyundai in terms of pure numbers. But if they get the supply right in this car, they really will be onto a winner, because you know, people still love their compact SUVs. I think people will still buy the diesel in this version, especially outside of Dublin, where you know, there's still an appetite for that technology. And if you do get the diesel, you know, you'll be in a lovely car. Yeah, maybe you should wait for the plug-in hybrid version if you want to, you know, really future-proof your buy. But otherwise, this K3 entry-level diesel manual is a pretty good way to start. That's it for this week. Do join us again next week, where we will be back with more videos. And of course, please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and please do, of course, hit that bell icon to stay in touch with all of our latest videos. Take care.